major topic for discussion today among economists is what options does the country have in the area of resource mobilization at a time when the World Bank has suspended development aid to the country. Some have pointed to domestic revenue mobilization as one of the ways through which the country can actually get the resources it needs to meet its budget expenditure aspirations. Others are also talking about frugality, the discipline in expenditure. Now, we'll be discussing this in our subsequent shows. We're looking to brains. We'll be bringing people here to help us understand which way can the country take amidst this challenge. It is Money and Markets. I'm Charles Boyd, your host. Welcome to the show. Now, one of the low-hanging fruits that many have pointed to for the country to get itself out of these economic doldrums is the oil and gas subsector. However, it seems to be taking too long for the benefits out of this sector to actually come out and percolate within the economy. So today, we pick the mind of one of the players to find out when will this happen and what will it take for Uganda and Ugandans in particular to tap into the potential and the opportunities that this sector portends.
This summit comes on the back of an earlier summit that was held at the start of the year in South Africa. And we're delighted to have our South African counterparts coming here to interact with Ugandan businessmen and other stakeholders in government, possibly to find areas where there can be developed collaborations, but also ultimately build partnerships that will increase trade between the two countries. So the energy sector is one that is of great importance to Stanbic, and we have played a crucial role in its development over the years. We have been a dedicated partner to our clients in the sector, providing them with various products and services and solutions to help their businesses. But in so doing, we are playing an even bigger role in terms of addressing certain key issues at national level, including energy stability and also energy poverty. We are delighted to work very closely with our clients in the sector, and over and above the traditional financing products, we are also providing other solutions, your basic banking services, and also pulling in other value adds. As you may know, Stanbic Bank also has a bank assurance offering. We're introducing our clients to things like insurance, but also helping to link them to other stakeholders in the industry, to other partnerships, and to leverage our expertise in finance to create other areas to add value to their businesses. One thing is, in this conversation, we will pay more focus on the power sector and the oil and gas sector. So looking at the power sector, we're at an interesting point as a country. Our generation capacity is up, and the demand is following that capacity. But in terms of power, you need a lot of power to drive your industrialization agenda. So this affords still more investments in the area if we are to achieve our aspirations as a country. So another key theme in this area is also around developing renewable energy resources. This is a key thematic area as we move away from fossil fuels. How can we help our clients to transition to cleaner energy sources? Looking at the oil and gas developments, the country is at a very interesting stage in terms of this development. For starters, it's quite exciting in terms of the investments that are flowing into the country, and we hope that this wealth that will come from the oil and gas will be used to transform our country. So it's really one thing that you can say provides us a lot of excitement in terms of what can be achieved. As Stanbic Bank, we are delighted to have been part of this journey around oil and gas for a long time. And there's quite a bit that we have done even before the final investment decision was made last year. And one of the key things that we have been focusing on is supporting the agenda of having the local content promoted as oil and gas resources are developed. So as Stanbic Bank, we are also fortunate to be able to offer services across the entire spectrum, both your very large corporates who are key players in the sector, all the way down to the smaller SMEs that are now taking a small stake in the sector. What are we doing for them? For starters, we took a little time to help them to develop capacity. And when I speak of capacity, I mean to get the basics right. Things like financial literacy, improving governance of their companies, but also positioning them well to be able to take this oil and gas opportunity. And we did this through our partner institution called the Stanbic Business Incubator. Now that we are at least a step ahead in terms of where the developments have reached, you find that the same clients who have been supporting along the journey, especially as you said, the SMEs, have been coming to us for various kinds of support. The support, as I mentioned, can be in terms of your basic financing, trade instruments, but also your basic account services. And we are also playing a link in terms of bringing them closer to the large corporates and helping them demonstrate that they have capacity to execute those contracts that the large corporates require in order to deliver this oil and gas promise to the country. It starts with us looking back at where this journey started. Stanbic and the Standard Bank of South Africa, I think several years ago, commenced their participation in the oil and gas sector, well realizing that it can have a transformative effect on the country and the economy. So this journey started quite a while back. And at Stanbic Bank, we've done quite a few things to promote the sector. We have been supporting the policymakers as they make consultation to the private sector. We have now started seeing the players who are active in the sector requiring our support from time to time, solutioning for them so that, as I mentioned, that they can execute on their contracts. And these are very time bound. So by working closely with them, we are in effect aligning with government's target to have first oil delivered by around 2025. So I would like to say that Stanbic is particularly proud of the role it has played in this journey so far. So the summit, as mentioned earlier, comes on the back of an earlier summit held in South Africa at the start of the year. And it comes with great promise for both countries. It provides a good platform for Uganda to showcase where the opportunities lie in the energy sector, but concurrently highlighting the importance of the energy sector to the overall economic transformation of the country. So my expectation would be that there are going to be some very strategic discussions at all levels, public sector and private sector, in terms of areas where there can be intervention or collaboration with our South Africa partners, and to see that actually those partnerships come to fruition in terms of addressing some of the larger energy needs in the country. So we as Stanbic Bank are delighted to be a part of this, and we will do all that we can in terms of supporting those partnerships, but also supporting the larger initiatives around energy in the country.
We'll now take a very short commercial break. Money and Markets will continue after this break.